What's up, bro? Hope you're doing well. Today, I want to tell you about your eyes and how that much they actually hate you. Now, let me explain what I mean by this. So, we all have eyes, and our eyes are very important because that's how we see. Pretty like obvious in my opinion. The thing is, most of us spend a lot of time on things that are very close to us. Meaning, you have like books, and when you look at books, you're like at most 1 meter away. Okay, when you look at the screen, let's say your phone screen, it's most likely just like right in front of your face, like this. Okay, it's not going to be more than a meter usually. Okay, this leads us to a lot of like things that are like really close to look at. If I look at just one thing that is 1 meter away from me, okay, that means that I'm just going to get used to that. Okay, if I look at, let's say there's a field over there, like a big field, like hundreds of meters away. If I look at that field, if I look at the things that are at that distance of the field every single day, that means that I'll, of course, get used to that in comparison. Okay? Now, what does this imply? Many of us, if not all of us, are looking at things very close to us, like this. Okay? Newspapers, books, smartphones, work, like stuff at work, for example. Everything, a lot of things we do are like close proximity and not like out on an open field. Okay? This means that your body, better to say your eyes get used to this distance. And that's how you create short-sightedness. Okay, I'm actually short-sighted, and I have good reason to believe that that is because I was gaming a lot back in the day. Watch a video on gaming, by the way. The thing is, if you view things at that distance, then your eyes get used to it. And with that, I can't see like what is 50 meters in front of me very well. I can see well until like 10 meters, and after that, it gets pretty blurry. Okay? So that's why I have glasses. The thing is, this stuff is actually really dangerous when you're a child. And guess who is getting put tablets into their face like this, or other types of screens? Okay? The reason for this being more dangerous is because as a child you're a lot more moldable, like a lot like in the mind but also in the body. Okay, and if your body gets used to like, ooh, everything is close proximity, then you will develop short-sightedness. Okay, so that is a very good reason to not give like a big fat like tablet or anything else like just to your child for hours on end to watch, because that really ruins their eyesight. And I can vouch for this. At the age of 10, I got these glasses. Luckily for me, my eyes are like really good, okay? And I can still see like really well. And when I take the glasses off and look at things at more at a distance, then my eyesight returns to like a pretty damn good level. So I honestly can't complain. But the thing is, this is a pretty big problem that we have. So a good remedy for this is just to get these things more into balance. Think of your ancestors. And I don't mean like your grandfather. I mean like those like 30, 40,000 years ago plus, okay? But those people weren't like looking at things at this distance. They were looking at all distances. Like when they were at the woods, they were looking like pretty far. When they were looking at people in the tribe, they were like really close up. So they had a pretty big variety in terms of like the distance that they actually looked at. This leads me to conclude that if you spend more time equaling these things out, then your eyesight maybe won't return, but it won't get even worse than it already is. And Andrew Huberman, the person who I have a lot of this information from, has also confirmed this. His best advice on this was that you should just at least like you should view things at a distance for at least 1 hour a day if possible. That already is like a pretty good amount, and that will prevent from your eyes like getting even worse and maybe even healing them. For me, it has had a healing effect, not gonna lie. Because at like 10, 11, like my eyesight wasn't that good, like without the glasses. I couldn't look very far, okay? And over time, when I actually like started going outside more, looking at things at a distance without my glasses on. I looked at a lot of things without my glasses, and my eyes naturally just like, how should I say, like recovered over time. I do not know if this will work for you. I do not know if this will work for anybody else, but that's the only experience I've had. And it has been really like good, to say the least, because better eyesight is always appreciated. We're gonna see you for our whole lives, so why should it not be at the highest level it could possibly be? So if you're short-sighted, if you wear glasses or maybe don't, contacts, whatever, try this out. If it worked for me really well, so maybe it might for you as well. And it really depends on if you value your eyesight. And with that said, the I have to look at my notes real quick. The science behind this stuff is from the retina. Yeah, these are. I'm always looking at my notes here, by the way. So when I look down like this, I'm looking at things that I should say. And the thing that I want to say right now is that there's this thing called the retina in our eyes, okay? And shortening and lengthening of the retina leads to short and farsightedness. So the lengthening of the eyeballs leads to short-sightedness, and the shortening leads to farsightedness. Okay, because not the amount of light that reaches the retina, which is, I'm gonna demonstrate like this. This is the retina. If it's shortened, it can go like this, and if it's lengthened, it goes like this. So not all light actually reaches this point, and that leads us to not see the things as well as we do. Okay, excuse me. And that is the basic science that I've learned from Andrew Huberman, as I said. Check him out if you haven't, because that guy really knows his stuff and teaches a lot to not just me, but a lot of other people as well. And a little bonus, if you want to actually stay awake, this is a little bit disconnected, but trust me, if you are having trouble staying awake because you need to, for example, at school, if you had a bad night's sleep and you just can't stay awake, looking up like this actually helps. I don't really know the science behind it, but Andrew Huberman said this as well. If you look up, you naturally feel more awake, and if you look down, you become a lot more sleepy. You can see this in other people as well. Like the people that look down naturally look like a lot more sleepy than the ones that look up like this, or just straight forward. And that is all I have to say in this video. I thank you very much for watching, and see you soon.